What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be putting the Galaxy A52 5G up against the OnePlus Nord N200 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Galaxy A52 5G on the left side and we have the Nord N200 5G on the right side. First off, we're going to start off with the prices. So for the Galaxy A52 5G, you can get this device for about $500 from Samsung or Amazon. And if you guys would like to purchase this, I will leave a link down below in the top comment as well as the description. And the N200 5G is about $240 on Amazon unlocked as well. But you guys can get both these devices from your respected dealers. For example, with Metro by T-Mobile, you can get the N200 5G for free, I believe, with port-in, and you can also get that device for $59.99 if you're opening a new line. For the A52 5G, I'm pretty sure it's very, very similar to that, but the specifications will be a little bit different depending on which carrier you go with. So first and foremost, the release date for the A52 5G was a little bit earlier than the N200 5G. It was released in March 19th and the N200 5G was released on June 25th, both in 2020. Now starting off on the left side, the A52 5G actually has Gorilla Glass 5. And we have a plastic back on this device. On the N200 5G, we just have a regular glass screen and the rest of the body is made out of plastic as well. Both these devices have nano SIMs, but you guys can expand your storage and have a SIM inside of your N200 5G at the same time. But with the A52 5G, it has a hybrid dual SIM, so you can only do one or the other. Now, as far as the rating for water and dust resistance, the N200 5G does not have any rating, but the A52 5G does have an IP67 dust and water resistance up to 1 meter for about 30 minutes. Now, as far as the display goes, this is going to be the biggest difference, I feel like. But the Galaxy A52 5G is going to have a Super AMOLED display, and that's going to be 120 Hertz. And the N200 5G is actually going to only have a 90 Hertz display. This is going to be an IPS LCD display, so we are not going to have an AMOLED display on this device, but it looks pretty decent nonetheless, to be quite honest. Really been enjoying this screen. The 90 Hertz on this device is really decent. As far as the screen to body ratio, both these devices are about 8.4%, and it looks like they're both about 6.5 inches. The N200 5G does actually look a little bit bigger, and that's because of its bigger bezels, as you guys can see. So that's pretty much the only difference between those. Both devices are 1080 by 2400. They're both going to have a 20:9 aspect ratio, and they're both going to have a pretty similar PPI, with the N200 5G having a 405 PPI and the A52 5G having a 407 PPI. As far as our operating system, the A52 5G will have Android 11 with One UI 3.1, and the N200 5G is going to have Android 11 as well as Oxygen OS 11, so these are pretty similar, to be quite honest. As far as the chipsets, the Galaxy A52 5G is going to have the 750G 5G chipset, and the N200 5G is going to have the 480 5G chipset. We are going to be doing a Geekbench test in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But the 480 5G chipset so far has honestly been pretty decent. We've been able to run games like Mortal Kombat, PUBG, and Call of Duty Mobile on both these devices with no hiccups or anything. So pretty nice to see that. Also for the GPU, both these devices are going to have the Adreno 619, so we're going to have the same GPU in both these devices. Now, as far as our memory, we are going to have 3 different options for the A52 5G and only 1 option for the N200 5G. We're going to have 2 128GB internal storages and either 6 or 8GB of RAM. And the most expensive variant of the A52 5G, which I have right here, is the 256GB version with 8GB of RAM. And the N200 5G is going to have 64GB with 4GB of RAM in it, and that's the only model they're going to have. Both these devices are expandable as far as the memory though. Now, getting into the cameras on both these devices, the A52 5G is going to have a main camera of 64 megapixels, a secondary of 12 megapixels, third is going to be 5 megapixels, and the fourth is going to be 5 megapixels as well. So we're going to have a wide for the first, an ultra wide for the second, a macro for the third, and a depth for the fourth. Now on the N200 5G, we only have a triple camera setup, and we're going to have a 13 megapixel wide camera, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth camera. As far as the cameras go on these devices though, it's pretty much a night and day. The A52 5G kind of knocks it out of the park, to be quite honest, and I'm going to show you a few of those photos now. Both devices have LED flash though, both HDR, and both have panorama as well. Now, as far as the A52 5G, the video that you can record is either 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second, and we can also shoot at 4K at 30 frames per second, which is pretty cool. That's something that you actually don't get on the N200, and we also don't get 60 frames per second option on the N200 either. We only have 1080p at 30 frames per second. Getting into the front-facing cameras, as you guys can see, our module on the front-facing camera for the N200 5G is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be on the left side, as you guys can see, and we're both going to have hole punches. Just the hole punch on the A52 5G will be in the middle this time around. As far as the A52 5G, we're going to have a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, and we're going to be able to shoot at 4K and 30 frames per second or 1080p at 30 FPS. Now for the N200 5G, we have a 16 megapixel front-facing camera, and we can also shoot at 1080p at 30 FPS. But no 4K on the front-facing camera, and both these devices also have HDR as well. Now getting into the speakers on these devices, the A52 5G will have stereo speakers, but the N200 5G does not. The speakers on the N200 5G are actually really good, to be quite honest, so you're not really missing too much right there. But yeah guys, I just wanted to compare the speakers right now, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll turn the volume up on the A52 5G. So to be quite honest, as far as these speakers go, the A52 5G honestly sounds pretty much the same as far as the loudness on both these devices, but it is much clearer on the A52 5G than the N200, even though the N200 5G is pretty clear for the price, to be quite honest. Both these devices are very loud though. As far as the fingerprint sensors on these devices, we're going to have a fingerprint sensor in the screen on the A52 5G, and we're going to have a fingerprint sensor on the N200 5G on the right side of the device. Both these devices also have facial recognition, but honestly, I definitely like the fingerprint sensor better on the N200 5G, so I think it beats the A52 5G, and that's just my personal opinion, to be quite honest. But you guys can talk about that in the comment section down below. Now getting into the batteries on these devices, now this is where the N200 5G is actually going to win. So for the A52 5G, we're going to have a 4500 milliamp battery, and on the N200 5G, we're going to have a 5000 milliamp battery. Now as far as charging goes though, the A52 5G is going to have fast charging up to 25 watts, but it doesn't even come with a 25 watt fast charger. I don't know why they didn't go with that, but they didn't do that. It only has a 15 watt fast charger inside the box, and the N200 5G actually has an 18 watt fast charger inside the box. So honestly, I'm definitely letting the N200 5G win on that one for sure. And last but not least, getting into the colors before we get into the Geekbench scores, we're only going to have a quantum blue color on here, but it's a really sick color. Really do like this color. It looks super epic in the sun. And on the A52 5G, we're going to have 4 different colors. We're going to have awesome black, white, violet, and blue. So you guys do have a few more options than the N200 5G. All right, guys, so we have some interesting scores right here. And the reason why it's interesting is because we have a much faster chipset in the A52 5G, and we also have 8 gigabytes of RAM on the A52 5G compared to 4 gigabytes of RAM on the N200 5G. So the N200 5G definitely held its own. On the A52 5G, we got a score of 636 and a multi-score of 1900. And we have a pretty similar score right here, to be quite honest. This is very, very close, way closer than I thought it was going to be. Only about 300 points away from 1900 with a score of 1582 for the multi-core score and a score of 507, only a little bit over 100 less than the A52 5G. So honestly, held its own. As you guys can see, it's ranked in between the Redmi Note 9 Pro and the Xiaomi 9T Pro for the A52 5G, and we're rated in between the A71 and the Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC. So pretty cool stuff from the N200 5G. I knew it was a little bit more powerful than most people were cracking it out to be, so I'm really happy with those scores, and I'm glad that OnePlus came out with a device that is kind of killing it, honestly. So as I said before, N200 5G, one of the most underrated devices. I definitely have to make another video doing the full review on the N200 5G and telling you guys why it's one of the most underrated devices, but it is. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video though. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, and if you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you are not part of the Tech Gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Savon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.